Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 1st to the 15th, 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration, and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what energy we have to be mindful of, Aries. During this time, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have the Ace of Swords, and this is very interesting because we're going into the post-shadow period of Mercury retrograde, right? Mercury comes out of retrograde on the 1st of October. So we have that post-shadow period. And this is going to be a time where the Ace of Swords, it's a blessing card. It's a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, of knowledge, insight, words, a greater understanding of what we're saying, where we're going, what we want. Now, this is saying be mindful of things. We can overthink, we can overanalyze, we can take blessings and kind of rip them apart until they almost seem like curses. Or we can take ideas and shoot ourselves down until it feels like we can't possibly move forward. And we can also, it's almost like we mishear people. They can say something, but we hear it as something negative or we hear it as something combative. So just be very mindful of this. We can also feel rather irritated. I really feel this energy in my shoulders, in the shoulder area, in the chest area, right at the base of the neck and the chest. So there's something here that makes us feel anxious, makes us feel kind of overwhelmed. It's around words, it's around communication, it's around ideas. And we just need to be aware of this during this time, especially since we are entering into the post-shadow period. So just be aware of this, Aries. It kind of hits us a little bit hard. We might not have been hit by Mercury retrograde that hard, but the post-shadow period, it grates on us a little bit. It's almost like our energy almost feels like nails against the chalkboard right now. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, goodness. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, I love that your cards are just popping out. Okay. Can you see that? Okay. Move that over here. Back. Perfect. So we're crowned with the Six of Cups. There's an air of nostalgia here, but also an air of growth. The Ten of Cups is love. Oh, we have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. So if we're born on the cusp with Taurus, or we have strong Taurus within our chart, that's coming through very powerfully here. We then have the Chariot, which is also Cancer energy, and we have the King of Swords. So we're going to be able to take this anxiety that is around us, this anxiety that we feel, and really turn it into a gift, turn it into an empowerment. There's a tremendous amount of strength to us, and also a tremendous amount of, this is where I want my life to head. Like, this is what I'm going for. This is what I'm going after. This is where I want to be. And there's a decisiveness to us, Aries, that we like. We like that energy of decisiveness, determination, focus, insight, and that's going to really be able to counteract this negative energy here, which can feel a little bit intense at times. Now, we are crowned with nostalgia. We are crowned also with growth, being able to see the progression of things. Now, we might doubt this. We might look at things and say, well, how can I get from point A to point B? Or how could I possibly achieve what I want to achieve? Or how is that person going to get to where they want to be? We can be looking at other people too and seeing their progression, but doubting what we're seeing or the way that we're looking at them moving forward, or the way we're looking at ourselves moving forward. This is a time where we need to step out of the nostalgia, step out of the negative words of others or the ideas of others, and really step into what we want, what we've envisioned for ourselves, the place that we want to be, and the way that we want to move forward. This is all about growth. This is all about what people are becoming and what we ourselves are becoming and what we have been working towards. And we're going to start to see that. We can also start to see very clearly the way we got ensnared along the path, the way that we got talked out of our dreams, or the way that we doubted ourselves, or the way that we stopped how we're moving forward or where it is that we want to be. And this actually starts to do a lot of healing. With the 10 of Cups, and they all live happily ever after. We're really claiming now what we love. Not what somebody else loves, not what somebody else wants, but this is a time, Aries, where we're saying to ourselves, this is where I want to be. This is who I am. This is what I desire for myself. This is the way that I am moving forward. And whether somebody else likes it or not, that's not my problem. My problem, my place of connection is with me. And the place that I need to move forward to, the way that I need to move forward for myself, and what it is that I desire. So the 10 of Cups comes in quite beautifully here and says, let me embrace love. Let me embrace my passion. Let me embrace what I want to see within myself. And those children that we're looking at can also be ourselves. And we're looking back at us and saying, how do you want to move forward? And where it is that you want to be? We can feel actually frustrated with other people's expectations on us. And now we're starting to say, what are my expectations for me? We know right now how everybody wants us to be, how everybody wants us to move forward, what people are expecting of us. But have we really asked ourselves, Aries, what we are expecting of ourselves? It moves us to the Hierophant. And I love that you have such powerful major arcana cards here, and you have a court card, and you have this energy of power and assertion. So when the Hierophant comes forward, it's saying, I can play the game really well. And Aries, one thing that you can do is you can play the game really well. You know what it is that you want. You know where it is that you're going, and you are single-mindedly determined. And this is saying that what you are looking forward to, what it is that you desire, the way that you want to move forward, you have a gift for it. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt what you want from your life. Don't doubt where it is that you want to head. But this is a time to question what everybody else is demanding of you, what everybody else wants to see, or what everybody else wants to hear, or how everybody else wants you to incorporate things. This is a time, Aries, of saying, this is my voice, and this is what I love. Now, because of this, and because we can come through a little bit hot-headed at times, we have to be very mindful. This energy of the Hierophant is saying, play the game. Play the game, be in the institution. Look at the way that you're working, look at what people expect, look at what it is that you desire, and play this to your highest advantage. It's not being cunning, it's not being ruthless, it's not being, cold-hearted. It is simply saying, this is my talent, and this is where I shine, and I'm letting myself shine. And I'm also letting the authority of me, the power of me, the determination of me help to lead me forward. We can also find that a Taurus energy in our lives is really helping us to get there, helping us to see what it is that we really want, and looking at things with so much more honesty, so much more openness. Now it leads us to the Chariot. We're taking the reins. We really are. We can also want things to move a little bit faster than they are, which can be something that we're a bit frustrated with. We want things yesterday. And Spirit is saying, be very mindful of this. Be very mindful of the anxiety. Know what it is that you want. Know where it is that you're headed, and head for it. But know that it will take time. It's going to take time, and you can get lost in the creation of things. You can get lost in the finer details of things. And we have to be mindful of that. Step back and look at the bigger picture. We're going to be very connected with the bigger picture, with the way that we want to move forward. But we can also have a bit of anxiety because of this, because we really do want to push those limits. We really do want to push things in a direction that it might seem like is taking a little bit for Spirit to get to. And it moves us to the King of Swords. Now, this is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But air sign energy is profoundly linked to Mercury retrograde. And remember, we are in that post-Mercury retrograde period. We are coming out of Mercury retrograde. And this is going to be a time where we look at the anxiety, we look at the frustration, we look at the tension that is around us, and we say, I have this. I'm stronger than I think I am. I am better spoken. I have better ideas than I give myself credit for. And I'm cutting through a lot of the negativity, a lot of the doubts, a lot of the fears, a lot of the hurts and pains. And I'm moving towards where I want to be, period, and stop. The King of Swords can be a little bit cold. So we do have to be mindful of that. That in our own tendency as Aries to kind of let our temper get the best of us. Because remember, Aries is the god of war. If a god of war doesn't have a temper, then nobody does, right? So here, just be very mindful. Be very mindful of, not mindful, but just be aware of our flaws, but also of our gifts. Because we can kind of have one outweigh the other. We can say, oh, but I only have gifts, or oh, I only have flaws. And we can pendulum back and forth between these extremes. And we just have to be aware of it. Because during this time, this is a time of making assertions. It can't even be to ourselves. I am going to create what I want. I'm going to move forward in the way that's right for me. I'm going to open up this door for myself. I'm going to see what I want for me. And state that. Write it in a journal, state it out loud while, we're getting ready in the morning. But this is a time of assertions. This is a time of clarity. And we move that clarity closer and closer to us. We move that clarity to our bigger picture. There's also a person here who's a bit plain spoken. We can call them a bit blunt at times. And they would be a bit blunt. But they have a way of cutting to the truth of things. They have a way of saying, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is where I'm headed, and I'm okay with that. And we can kind of really envy that. Envy the way that they bounce around their ideas, or their ability just to dream and see what becomes of it. So just know also that we're going to be very intrigued by that. And we can kind of be a little bit more carefree, or be a little bit more exploratory, more into the journey, more into the exploration of things than maybe even the actual doing of it. It's like, okay, well, how is it made? And how has this come together? And how does that come together? Or we can also just want an adventure. And it's an adventure of the mind. And it's a sense of, I'm moving forward to where I have always dreamt of being. And now is the time to connect with my heart. We play the game well. And why Spirit keeps on saying that is because it's not like we're trying to reinvent the wheel. It's not like we're trying to go against the constructs of anything. What we are saying is, I understand what's expected of me, but I also understand what I am expecting of myself. And I matter as much as the expectations of others. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And this is rebirth. This is transformation. It's that, and this is what's very interesting to be mindful of this is again, another very positive energy. And when we're being told, be mindful of the rebirth, we're also being told, be mindful that the change that we are going through, by the way that we are coming out of darkness, or the way that we are seeing that we've been trapped by others' expectations or our own expectations, can make us feel like just blowing it all up, like changing it all, like saying, you know what, I don't want this anymore. I'm going to change the whole entire thing and starting anew. We also have to be mindful of the sense of change just for the sake of change. Not for any other reason than I want to see what will happen if I just change everything. Or I'm frustrated with this, so I'm going to throw everything out and start again. Don't do that. Be very, very mindful of this energy that can make us feel restless, that can make us feel annoyed, that can make us feel frustrated. So just be aware of this during this time. It moves us to our subconscious tarot energy, and that's the 9 of Swords. We can overthink, overanalyze, worry, fear. Look at everything and want to see and make sure that everything's going to move forward just the right way, or just this way, or just like that. We can also replay conversations that we've had, replay, incidences that we've lived through, and feel anxiety because of it. This is a card of anxiety, depression, doubt, fear, just feeling a little bit blue, feeling a little bit, out of place at times. So just be aware of this, that subconsciously we can just feel like it's a little bit too much. And we're not resting well. We can also have a tendency not to take care of ourselves, burn the candle at both ends, and not take time to recharge ourselves, not to take time to really embrace what we love. So just be aware of this. Yeah, just be aware of that energy here, Aries. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries, and may blessings and prosperity always be with you.